Chapter 13. The Secret of Success. For most of history, people believed that everything worth knowing was already known. Societies held on to ancient traditions, believing that the past contained all wisdom. But a great shift happened when some civilizations began to accept that they did not know everything. This simple realization that ignorance exists became a powerful force. It led people to explore the unknown, question old beliefs, and search for new knowledge. This shift laid the foundation for modern science and technological advancement. This new way of thinking was not just about curiosity, it was deeply tied to power. When European explorers set sail in the 15th and 16th centuries, they were not just looking for new trade routes, they were looking for knowledge. The more they understood the world, the stronger they became. Kings and queens supported these voyages because they saw a connection between discovery and wealth. If a nation could map unknown lands, understand foreign cultures, and control trade routes, it could become rich and powerful. This connection between knowledge and power led to an important alliance between science and empire. When explorers reached new lands, they studied everything: the plants, the animals, and the people. Scientists worked closely with governments and traders, using their discoveries to help their nations expand. The more a country knew, the more control it could have. This was not just about collecting information, it was about using knowledge to rule. One of the most important aspects of this process was the willingness to invest in the unknown. In the past, people only invested in things that were sure to work. But as societies began to embrace uncertainty, they started funding expeditions, scientific research, and new technologies, even when the outcome was unclear. This change allowed for rapid progress. European nations, in particular, became very successful because they were willing to spend money on experiments, hoping they would lead to future wealth. Economic systems also played a key role in this success. In earlier times, economies were based on stability. Landowners and rulers wanted to keep their wealth secure rather than take risks. But with the rise of exploration and science, a new mindset emerged. People began to believe that the economy should grow, not just stay the same. This belief led to the rise of capitalism. Banks, merchants, and investors started putting their money into new ventures, expecting that future discoveries would bring greater profits. The idea that the future could be better than the past encouraged people to take financial risks, fueling trade, colonization, and scientific progress. The relationship between science and empire became even clearer during the colonization of large parts of the world. European powers sent scientists alongside their armies, mapping territories, studying natural resources, and cataloging local customs. This information allowed them to govern more efficiently and exploit resources more effectively. Knowledge was not just about curiosity, it was a tool for domination. At the same time, people began to believe that science could solve almost any problem. Advances in medicine, engineering, and agriculture improved life in many ways. But these advances were often used for political and economic gain. Some governments and businesses focused on using science for profit rather than for the benefit of all. The success of modern economies and powerful nations was built on this continuous cycle of discovery, investment, and growth. The belief that progress was possible, combined with a willingness to embrace the unknown, created a world that changed faster than ever before. By supporting exploration, funding research, and expanding trade, societies that embraced this new mindset became dominant. They controlled land, resources, and markets, shaping the modern world. This pattern continues today. Governments, corporations, and institutions invest in scientific research, not just to understand the world but to gain advantage. The cycle of knowledge, power, and economic growth remains a driving force behind global development.